So building on what we saw in the last video in which we create a table, we're going to build back on that again. So if we just create the table again, so execute, and it's going to be create database, and that is going to be called people, and then we're going to create a table as well, and that's going to be called, oh sorry, no, we don't need to create a database, the database is created for us already. It's going to be just create table, and the table is going to be called person. And then from there, after we create that table, what we need to do now is when we run that, we'll receive that table being made. And of course I forgot to put in the column names, so first name, which is text, second name, which is going to be a text field again, and then the age, which is an integer. And now if we run that, there we go. And now what we need to do is we're going to insert some data into that. So we're going to do insert into, and it's called person, and we are going to insert the first name, second name, and age, and the values are going to be Alex, and then Bowers, and then just 17. And when we run that and refresh here, and if we open up that database, you will see that we now have got the, oh sorry, I've got one line. Something that we always must do once we create or insert, update, delete or create is we have to commit it, which is what saves it. And so what we do here is, I'm just going to refresh, and you can see here now we have Alex Bowers, and now you won't actually see the number inserted here, and the reason for that is simply because you're not meant to actually view the database in this manner, and so it is stored there, it's just not viewable to us. So now that we've committed it, if we kept running this again and again and again, and there we go, that's all been run, and we refresh and then open this page up again, you'll see that we got it saved multiple times. So whenever we commit, this is actually saving the data to the database or doing whatever action it is that we're asking it to do. So if we were to now update where it says Alex, where the last name is Alex, and I was to change the first name to Alexander, for example, then we'll do db.execute, and it's going to be update and the table name, which is person, and we're going to set, and then it's the column name. So the column name which we are using is, I'm going to set the first name equal to Alexander, and then we're going to do something called a where. Now a where is a way in which MySQL, SQLite and any other form of database system will allow you to choose what data you're selecting based on a query, and the query in this part is the where. So it's going to be where second name is equal to Bowers. And now if I was to run this and then refresh and view the database again, you will see, and again I forgot to commit, db.commit. If we run that now and refresh, you'll see that it's now, okay, I'm not too sure what happened there. Sorry about that, a clip sort of crashed on me. But as you can see here, although there is lots of data all added which you can't actually understand here, you can see that we've got Alexander added there, and so it has actually updated the records. So, like I said, I don't recommend that you try and view the database as text format because it's not designed to be visible that way. However, if we look at it now, you can see that it's 8,192 bytes, which is very, very small, and if you were to save all this data in a way in which it's going to be readable properly in terms of a text file, if you were to open it up in here as a text file, it would probably have considerably less data, but you'd have to read through all of the data at once rather than finding exactly what it is by using something like the where clause, which we have here. So that is again why a database is going to be useful. We can select data based on a query rather than selecting all the data and querying it afterwards. So it's considerably less processing power needed and required to run a database than there is when you're running something off something called a flat file system, which is when you have just a text file or a .xml file or one of those sort of files which can store data. A .plist is another example. So thank you for watching, and